Hi friends, today I'll be showing you how I wash, store and care for your brushes. I've used this technique for about 8 years now, so ever since I started using makeup brushes, and I have to say I tweaked this method to what I think to be the best technique of caring for your brushes. Throughout the 8 years, I've never had a brush break on me, so when the bristles fall out of the barrel, and I also wash my brushes after every use. So most of my brushes in my collection are my most used brushes. Most of them will have more than 50 washes on their books. So that goes to show this method is pretty foolproof, and I'm pretty sure you guys are excited to see this method. So we'll go on and show you guys what we need.
I've been using baby shampoo for the longest time now. It's really inexpensive and easily accessible, and it is really gentle for the brushes. Next, we need a sink or a basin. You can usually find them in your bathroom or kitchen. And of course, we need our dirty brushes. I'll talk about what we need for drying and storage of the brushes later on, but they're all very easily accessible around the house. First step of washing is of course watering off the bristles. A few motions that I like to do is swirling the brush on your hands and also rotating the brush so that water penetrates all of the bristles inside, and also giving it a few squeeze.
And I'm sure you all know, when you're washing your brushes, never let water inside the metal barrel here, and never wash or dry your brushes upstanding like this, because this is just brush suicide right there, because the moisture in the water within the bristles will go down to the barrel here and into the glue, and that's what will make your bristles fall out of the barrel.
Placing some shampoo on the palm of your hand and swirl your brushes along your fingers, allowing the grooves of your fingers to clean your brush really well, and also giving it a few squeeze so that you can get rid of all the skunk inside the brush. Surprisingly, I quite enjoy washing my brushes. It's the only time during the day that I can truly wind down, and to make the process more fun, I like to have a YouTube video running, and today I'm watching Kim Dow's video, and I was lucky enough to meet her recently. She's incredibly sweet, so do check her out. To finish up the washing, we need to get rid of all that soapiness inside the bristles. A few motions that I like to do is again swirl my brush on the palm of my hand, giving the brush a few squeeze, and also you'll see later on I like to part my brush in the middle so that the water can flow through, and again I'm rotating my brush so that the water can penetrate all angles of the brush. Depending on the size of your brush, this step can take anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. For bigger brushes like this, it'll probably take 5 minutes. For smaller brushes, it'll probably only take 3 or 4 minutes. And when you get the hang of it, you can even wash 2 or 3 brushes at the same time. James actually taught me this technique.
We're doing all this swirling and squeezing to get all of the soapiness out of the bristles, because when it dries, if there's still soap residue in there, it'll become sticky. Needless to say, it'll damage your brush and also the product you use with the brush.
To prep the brush for drying, squeeze all of the excess water out of the bristles, and I like to give it a few shakes. I usually do this on top of my bathtub, and this is able to get rid of majority of the moisture inside the bristles. To make sure we've washed all of the soapiness out of the bristles, I usually do a sniff test, and today we have Yaya doing that for us. She thinks it's food, but she did get a treat afterwards for her hard work. To dry our brushes, I'll run my fingers along the bristles like so to shape them, and for larger brushes like this, I'll take a rounded closure peg and I'll stick one to each side. Then we can easily just place it along the clothesline like so, and for smaller brushes, we of course use the smaller closure pegs. If you don't have these kind of clothes hangers at home, or if you're traveling, you can always use the towel hangers inside the bathroom, or you can always invest in a brush tray. And as you can see, we're using the peg method again to secure the smaller brushes. And of course, there's a solution for bigger handle brushes like the Kabuki. Secure elastic band around the handle and then simply placing a peg in it. And please disregard my dry flaky hands, they're in desperate need of a moisturizer. Once your brush is hanging, we can just let your brushes air dry and we can go do our thing. Now, depending on what time of the day you wash your brushes, it could take anywhere between 6 to 10 hours for them to air dry. On a day like today, it will probably only take 6 hours, and it's able to kill more bacteria because of the UV rays of the sun. I'm only able to do this once a week because most of the time I can only wash my brushes at night. After we collect our freshly cleaned brushes back, I like to double check whether there's any moisture within the bristles. So I split the bristles in half again and I stick my finger in there to feel if there's any moisture. And voila, that's our freshly cleaned brushes. For storage, I place my brushes flat in a box to prevent the bristles from fanning out and also dust from falling onto the brushes. Another key idea for brush storage is using your cookie tin boxes. Just remember to sanitize them before use.
So friends, that was my brush washing technique. I hope it was somewhat helpful for you guys, and also you guys are enjoying your freshly washed brushes at the moment. So until next time, bye!